we're going to talk about an animal.
Yes!
No, for all you guys are going to pull me up, we're going to talk about an insect, because I know something about that.
Nice.
That's not an animal, that's an insect. No insects or animals will die during this story. I know it's always a fear of a lot of people that animals are going to die during our stories. We're going to talk about an insect. We're going to talk about an ant. Okay, does everybody know an ant? Does everybody know what ants are? Okay. Who used to play with ants during their childhood? Okay, cool. Hopefully nice, and you were nice and kind to the ants, but I'm sure we know who ants are. Does anybody not know what an ant is? No? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's exciting. Okay, so we're going to talk about the mindset of an ant. So, what is an ant's job? No, we all have like a job, we all have kind of like a purpose in life. What is an ant's job?
Collect food.
Collect food. Yeah. Collect food. Why does an ant need to collect food?
Provide for the colony.
Provide for the colony. Okay, does everybody know how ants work? Does everybody watch like, is it called Ants? Is that the film?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
If you don't understand what I'm talking about, please watch Ants, or if you're a bit more educated, go on Netflix and watch David Attenborough. A Bug's Life is that about ants as well at the same time. Okay, so if anything I say over the next 10-15 minutes doesn't make sense, just please go and do some research from there. So their job is to try and get some food and survive. And it's quite a hard world for an ant to survive. Why is it a hard world for an ant to survive?
Because they're so small.
Because they're so small. And why else? And humans, and what do little children like to do?
Eat them.
Eat them? Okay, maybe that happens in Adelaide. I don't know. I don't know if that's what goes down. Like having a bit of an ant for tea. But no, like it's a hard world out there for them. Okay, so their job is to try and salvage as much food as possible. Okay, so where do they get the food from?
The floor.
They get the food from the floor, okay? And they get the food from normally human beings dropping the food, okay? So, mindset of an ant. The first one of ants. Think of summer during winter. So, during winter, they're thinking of summer, okay? Now, during winter, what does an ant have to do?
Collect food.
During winter?
Eat
So do you see many ants during winter? If you walk outside here during winter and it's really, really cold, do you see that many ants?
No.
There's not that many ants out there. Where are all the ants?
Inside.
Underground.
They're all inside. They're all underground, okay? Because it's too cold for them to go out there, because there's wind, there's rain. In some parts of the world there's this white thing that falls from the sky, it's called snow. I know a lot of Australians haven't seen it, but it's pretty serious, okay? So during winter, they can't be going out there. Now, they don't get upset about it, because that's kind of their hard times. Their winter times are their hard times. Imagine if the ant just kind of sits there and thinks, oh my god, my life is just terrible. I'm sat in here, it's so fucking cold. It's fucking raining outside. There's no fucking food. Like, what do you think an ant is thinking about during winter time?
Summer.
He's thinking about summer. And what happens in summertime?
Food.
Think about food. So the ant is just so fucking excited inside of his hole during winter. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Soon enough it's going to be summer, and when it's summertime, I'm going to go out there. There's going to be lollipops, there's going to be like food wrappers, there's going to be like apple cores, there's going to be like a Mentos, which somebody's left on the front. Please take your Mentos with you. They're so excited because by the time summertime comes, they're out there straight away, because it's going to be a race straight away. Okay? Because they know the good times are going to come. Okay? Now, compared to ourselves, like we all have winter times. We all have winter times, and then we have summer times as well at the same time. Has anybody had it where you got to lunchtime and it's winter? Or maybe you got to 3 o'clock and it's winter. And our version of winter is maybe we're not on the result that we're looking for. Maybe we really wanted to be on like $200 by lunchtime, or we want to be on $600 by 3 o'clock, and we've not actually got there. But then you've been able to turn it around towards the end of the day. Has anybody had one of those days? It's what we call like a slow fast day. How good does it feel at the end of the day? Like, you know, when you walk home at the end of the day, like you're kind of walking like Conor McGregor down the street, and that person's like, fuck, that person must have extra miled. Kind of what James did yesterday, like he's left there, he's kind of walking around. You see him taking like, he wouldn't even raise his hand in the air. He's like, oh yeah, I got it, I got this one covered. And because he had that kind of day yesterday. And he's left, thank you very much. But he had that kind of day yesterday where all the way through the day he was thinking about summer times. Now, what he's currently in was with winter time. It wasn't the best time, but he knew it was going to get good. He put all his trust in the law of averages, and he knew it'd play out, which it did towards the end of the day from there. Cool? So that's the first mindset. The second mindset is ants think about winter during summer. So they're thinking about winter during summertime. So during summertime, they have access to all the excess fruit that's out there. There's all the sweets, there's all the lollies, there's all the wrappers. Like people go for picnics and like kind of public areas. So there's all the extra food that they drop down there, and they're working away like crazy. But in a day, an ant can collect 6 times as much what they would collect during winter. But what does the ant keep on doing? Keep collecting and keep collecting and keep collecting. The easy choice is that the ant just sits there and says, oh my god, this is like the best day ever. I just had like a whole Mentos by myself. Oh my god, I'm going to feed my family for 5 days. But the ant doesn't do that, right? The ant keeps going and going and going and going and going because the ant knows that winter is only around the corner. That winter is only around the corner. And exactly the same for ourselves. Who's had the day where you get on $400 by lunchtime and say, oh my god, I'm going to do $1,000 today, and that doesn't happen? Who's had that day? Who's had a day where you're like, oh my god, I'm on $700 by 3 o'clock, this is going to be the best day ever, I'm going to be walking tomorrow, they're going to give me a crown, they're probably just going to promote me to exec manager tomorrow on the spot, and then by the end of the day you finish on $730. We all had that day? Yeah, Bryn, you had that day quite a few times in there. And why is that?
Get complacent.
We got complacent. We kind of get lazy. We're thinking of summertime during summer. Okay? But during summertime, during the good times, we want to hold ourselves accountable and thinking of the winter times from there. Like, you see we're doing we're doing okay as an office at the moment, like we're getting to $78,000 in sales, but we're really now doubling down the work ethic. Because we've got to be thinking, oh my god, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, because the good times are going to come from there. Okay? And what will pull you through from there is the work ethic. So Letitia came up yesterday, and yes, she went out and did, I heard yesterday you did like $7,000 2 weeks ago, you did $5,000 like last week, but still yesterday went out and spoke to 230 people. So just when your skill level increases, your work ethic should never go down. All you guys starting guide dogs for the first time, I heard somebody, I was listening for the air vents before, people like, oh, what about this overturn? What about when they ask about this breed of dog? And what about when they ask how long the lead is that they don't let the dogs have? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just speak to more people. Just speak to more people. If somebody asks me a question about a dog, I'm going to go, you know, that's a really good question. I don't know the answer to that. Are you interested? No? If not, I'm going to speak to 10 more people from there. And having that mentality of whatever you're looking for in skill at the moment, double down in work ethic from there. Cool? The third mindset, ants never stop. So our little friend, the ant, never stops. So, I'm sure you guys have played with ants as kids. Yeah, you've all done that as kids. You know, you have like an ant, and then you kind of put something in the way of the ant, and you're like, ha ha ha, where are you going to go down this ant? And then he kind of goes a different way, and you're like, ha ha ha, and I'm going to put my shoe in the way here, and he goes down another way, and then you put like a twig in the way. Has everybody done that before? Yes. Or maybe you've got friends who have done that before, if you guys want to say you've never committed cruelty to little insects. Okay? But what does an ant do? Let's say an ant is here on the table, and I just go and put like a tablet in the way, the ant will go up to there. What will the ant do?
Climb over it.
He'll go what?
Over it.
He'll go over it. What else could it do?
Around it.
He'll go around it. What else could it do?
Go under it.
Go underneath it. What else could it do?
Go back.
Go back. Or forward. He'll find a way through. The ant just won't stop. He'll find a way through. He's walking along in the street, and it's just like yourself. Imagine if you were walking down the street and all of a sudden somebody dropped the MCG in front of you. Because if you think about it to scale, an ant is that big, and you put a tablet which is that big, that is the equivalent of somebody dropping the MCG, that's a big stadium if nobody knows what it is, it's the equivalent of somebody dropping that in front of you. Now what do you think you do if somebody dropped the MCG in front of you in the street?
Walk through the door. Well, you can get to the other side, you just walk through.
Okay. You'd probably be a bit, oh my god, well this is MCG, oh my god, oh. My life's really, really bad. Maybe it's because my mum and dad didn't look after me when I was a kid. Or maybe it's because my friend at school, they're doing so successful right now. Or maybe it's this, oh my god, the weather, if only it was 1 degree warmer. That's the kind of stuff we think about. But an ant's like, oh fuck it, that's not good. Let's find another way around. And that's the mindset of an ant. An ant will just keep going and going and going and going. No matter what obstacle they put in the way, they'll find a way through. They'll find a way through. And why I talk about this today is that's the kind of approach that we can have today. We can be relentless in that approach today. Whatever gets thrown in our way, if an ant can find a way around the tablet, we can find a way around a little obstacle on the field. Like, who cares if Janet says no? Janet on reception, if she says no, who cares? Are you probably going to ever meet Janet ever again? What about Steve in the mechanic's yard? If he says no, I'm really not interested. What about if, like, Sue says, I don't like dogs? Are we going to be really upset about that? Are we going to remember that person in 6 weeks' time? But what we can do is double down and go and speak to a few more people from there. Okay? And the final one, guys, the final mindset of an ant. We're getting towards a crescendo. Ryan, are you ready? You look ready. Okay, so the final one is, how much do you think an ant gathers? Like, how much food do you think an ant will gather?
As much as it can.
As much as it can. Do you think just one bag of sugar? Just a couple of lolly sticks? Maybe like a bag of crisps, a bag of chips?
weight.
Double its weight, okay? Enough is never enough. Like, enough is never enough. Enough is not an amount. You can't look in the dictionary, enough. And that's the mindset of an ant. An ant will never let anybody else in the colony tell him, hey, you've got too much food. He'll keep going and going and going and going and going. And why I'm talking to you guys today about this is, don't let anybody tell you what the standard should be. Like, we've heard Letitia's name mentioned 3 or 4 times, and honestly, I love you with all my heart, but I'm getting really bored of hearing your name. Who knows you guys about? Sick of hearing like 231 people or $1,040. But, oh God, I'm not going to hear this girl's name tomorrow. You're going to hear my name tomorrow. Never let anybody else tell you what your standards should be. Like, we've just gone and taken a team of 6 people 3 months ago and turned it into a team of 45 people. Okay? Now, sometimes when I sit down and tell people that during like an interview, they're, oh yeah, whatever. I don't believe you. Well, it's just happened. It's just happened. But if I listen to the naysayers, we'd never go any further from there. Now, the reason why we're knuckling down our strengths and our skills is because we're going to grow this to 100 people, 150 people. Like, literally, Craig has turned the air conditioning down to 12 degrees in this room at the moment because he said people were about to pass out yesterday. Okay? And that's what we're going to do. We started off with 1 room, then we moved to 2 rooms, then we've got 2 rooms for atmosphere from here, and now we're looking at space downstairs to expand further. But if we're always thinking small, you'll never grow further from there. Cool? So today, we're going to do it for the ant. So hashtag the ant. During winter, we're going to be thinking about summertime. During summertime, we're going to be thinking about winter time. Enough is never enough, and an ant will never stop from there.
Nice.
Does that sound good? Woo!
Yeah.
Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody have a really good day. You've been an amazing audience. I'll see you later on. Goodbye.
Thank you.